Welcome to another episode of the No Fucks Podcast. This is episode 4.5 coming to you because I done fucked up episode 4, and that shit's a banger. But y'all will never see it unless I got an audio professional that can fix that shit. So here's to episode 4.5. R.I.P. Shinzo Abe. Gonna pour out a little Japanese whiskey for my man that died to a fucking homemade gun. Take that, little bro.
Weapons.
Got a nice little ice.
And no guns. You're soft.
I don't know. It just shows that if people need to want to kill somebody, they're going to figure out a way to do it, man. They're going to find a way to do it. I mean, hell, if you really wanted to do some damage, you could go to Ace Hardware or Home Depot and fucking make a pipe bomb. So it doesn't take much.
Hell, if he really wanted to be OG about it, that motherfucker could have got a crossbow and hit that nigga through the neck.
Nah, man, this is Japan, bro. If he's in Japan, he's got to do it the old style. You got to do a fucking samurai sword. Fucking cut that motherfucker right now.
He ain't running up on bull.
But think how tough that would have been.
I don't know. He probably might have survived it. Also, you trying to go out here for death?
A fucking samurai sword, like a katana.
Yeah, if he just chopped him in his left shoulder? That's not killing him.
Well, not if he's got so, one that can cut through like a whole 3-body sword or something.
Yeah, fam, no, no.
I don't know, man. Hater.
No,
you're hating on the Japanese steel. Psh, you're wild.
I'm not hating on the steel.
Shinzo, not Chaba.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I just don't think the person wielding the sword would have the experience necessary to cut through 3 people. Or the time.
God damn it, Jay. With the
time. You gotta think Bull's gonna be running with a fucking katana at full speed, and you don't think Secret Service is gonna be like, oh, look at this noodle ass nigga, and they're gonna fucking shoot him.
Yeah, probably.
So how close is he really gonna get with this katana?
I'm not sure. So
it's just not plausible. That's why projectiles are always superior.
I wonder what the motive was for killing him.
That's what you do. It's what you do. Man, I will tell you this though. Good thing Japanese make anime and sushi. Without that, it'd be a wrap. It'd be a fucking wrap. What happened? You good? You dying?
No, hold on. I'm fucking with shit now.
Oh man.
Yeah. Making sure that there we go. Now you're hearing me on the right thing. Had a little technical difficulty. But we're good. We're good now. We're back to good. So just me fucking up these podcasts. We need a fucking audio guy. Eventually, though. Eventually. It's a learning curve. All right? Don't hate on us. We will have video for Jay next week. So if y'all want to bully Jay getting off his goddamn couch or getting off his bed because he feels like he's 1,000 years old because he was here when he was made from the dust of when the planet was created. So
obviously it is my fault that I'm unhealthy, but it's not my fault. If my doctor would actually legitimately try to diagnose me, then I wouldn't be here. But the motherfucker gave no effort. I told him what was wrong, what the symptoms was, and he said, all right. He put the little stethoscope to my chest. He said, take a couple deep breaths. He's like, you seem to be all right. I said, all right, no problem then, doc.
That was it? That was your whole physical, bro?
Well, that was my whole, as far as when I told him what was wrong and what the problems was, and that's how he figured to solve the solution, to solve the problem. Oh, let me see what's wrong with your chest, I guess.
He said, yo, man, I'll be shivering on the floor, hyperventilating and fucking sweating my balls off, but, that cold steel stethoscope to the chest will do the trick. Thanks, Doc. Yeah, you should probably get another doctor.
Nah, he's my lifelong doctor. I trust his word. That's why I say, fuck it. If he ain't worried, I ain't worried. Kind of like when I drank the lacquer thinner and that noodle-ass doctor at urgent care looked down my throat 3 days later and said, oh, you're not going to have cancer. You're good. And let me go. I said, all right, I'll just take your word for it. You're the doctor. I didn't know you could check to see if somebody was going to have cancer 3 days after coming to drinking lacquer thinner. But hey, you have the medical degree. I don't.
So What if we could get you diagnosed or looked at by Dr. Drew? Would you do that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Uh,
We gonna send an email tonight.
I mean, I kind of don't want the diagnoses because not yet. Kind of wait for the things to get a little more severe to where they're like, "Holy shit, fam, it's a wrap for you." Like, I don't want nobody to be like, "Yo, you got this stage one, we can stop it." I don't tell me that.
You
I don't
keep
want to
messing
tell
around
me.
with these doctors that you got, then that's probably what's gonna be happening.
That's
You keep
fine.
going to these fucking doctors.
That's what I want. Exactly what I want. I want that. I want that big surprise. Though. I want that. Oh my god! I can't believe you're still kicking. Yeah, doc. Yeah, it's greatness. Pure greatness right here.
Yeah, but then
Pure.
that's gonna happen as soon as the pod takes off. Pod takes off, we get millions of views. Now Jay's going in the hole.
Fam. Yeah, of course. That's how my life works. So, I mean, hey, it'll benefit you though. At least you'll sign that contract real quick, and then I'll croak. And at least you'll still get the bag. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess so. I guess that's how
Hey,
that works. And then they're just like, well. I mean, since your co-host is dead, now I guess we just gotta act the whole pod.
just find somebody else like they did on the Joe Budden podcast. Just find some other niggas.
Yeah, but Joe Budden podcast is the Joe Budden podcast, so that makes sense. I mean, that's not their crew. Like he doesn't have
Uh,
co-hosts.
uh, it'd be no different if you got two new niggas for fresh and fit. Like the podcast is fresh and fit. It don't got to be them two corny niggas. It can be to any other corny nigga.
Yeah, true that. I guess podcasts can always change, but I mean,
Yeah,
besides like anything that's like named after you. So if it was named like
right.
the J experience, then it would be a little difficult. But
Yeah, they good. Just find somebody else. Oh, so it's funny, right? So I'm out today. I'm chilling with all these different people, and
kind of
I was
people, Joe.
just the liberal type, you know.
Took some blue pill. Took some blue pill today.
Sitting there, I'm telling them about the pod and shit. And I start crying, laughing, and they're like, "What's so funny?" And I was just about to tell them, and I realized I can't tell them yet, right? And
The
I was like, "Yo,
Hugo Boss boots.
yeah," and I was like, "I'll tell." I told the girl Colleen, I was like, "I'll tell you later, right?" So on the way home, I told her, I was like, "Yo, the chick Ashley, she a Jew, right?" She was like, "Yeah, why?" I was like, "Oh, all right, bet." So I was right. So I told her I was laughing. Yo, that Jew shit was fucking hilarious. That was legendary.
Yeah, it was a good clip. Too bad nobody will ever fucking
Ah,
see it. Because I
that shit was
fucking
fucking
double up.
legendary, and like, that shit was funny. But yeah, so I was around a bunch of people that definitely wouldn't have found that funny. Well, funny though, the girl Colleen, she thought it was funny because it
Oh,
was
she
funny.
giggled at it.
Yeah, she definitely did.
Yeah,
Like,
let's go. We out here, baby. Comedy podcast. But nobody will ever see it. Oh god, unless we find an audio specialist. We
well,
need an audio specialist ASAP. But
yeah, we do.
anyways, yeah.
But I'm around a kind of group of people, and I ain't never uh been around a group of niggas where you raise your hand to speak. Like everybody's talking, right? And then you want to throw something in edgewise, like niggas raise their hand, like we in school, like, and then everybody be like, "Oh, yo, oh, you have,
For
we see you
real?
have your hand up, oh, for real." And then and then the nigga would speak, be like, "Oh, they didn't want to interrupt." Like I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Oh my god, this is crazy. I ain't
Do
never
they
been around.
apologize if they do interrupt you?
No, they don't interrupt. That's the thing. They put their hand up. That's the
That's
thing. They don't open their mouth to even to give you the pod. It's just hand up, and then everybody, like, and it's crazy because like the first couple times, everybody just kept talking, especially me, because I don't understand why you fucking hands in the air. I'm thinking you're just agreeing with something that somebody said or something like that, and then the chick Ashley was like, "Oh shit, my fault. I forget the guy's name, but I I I, I didn't see your hand up. What did you want to say?" And he was like, "Oh, sorry, I just didn't want to interrupt. Whatever, whatever." And then I was like, "Oh, that's weird." And
that is
it
the
just
most
happened the whole
beta
time.
shit I've ever heard, bro. Oh,
It
so
was
I seen your hand up. Did you want to say something?
I ain't never been around something like that. I'm like, oh, this is different. And then like
When they introduce themselves, do they like tell you their pronouns?
Nah.
Like, yo, my name is Sheila, they, them.
Nah. I ain't doing none of that. Nah. That would be too. I imagine if I'm around these people more and I am around their friends more, then I'm probably definitely gonna run people. But so far it's that was a crazy experience. Fucking what's it called? If you're talking about somebody, don't talk about anything personal. And if you do, at least ask first if
So
you
what the
can
fuck
talk
do y'all
about it.
talk about? Do you talk about like world events, like, or nothing that like, hey, did you see the KFC has a new sandwich? Like,
Nah, like it thought. I mean, they had a bunch of drama. They had some shit going on within their inner friend. Met a real life Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation. I mean, this nigga is far from Johnny Depp. He is like oh boy, who the bull from Sesame Street that lived in the trash can? Who that nigga?
Oscar the Grouch?
Yeah, he looked like Oscar the Grouch. Just scruffy as fuck, dingy as shit. Right? So, uh,
You look like
but
Oscar the Grouch.
but we was talking and they were trying to like beat around the bush because the one kid was like, I don't want to talk about your personal information if you don't want to talk about it. And the one kid was like, nah, it's cool, it's whatever. Like, and he was like, no, it's not fair to her because she's not here, whatever. We respect her. And I was like, this is not. So I started not paying attention, but I'm like, I'm kind of paying attention. So I'm picking up on what niggas is putting down, and she be beating this one nigga's ass, yo. This nigga's wife be beating him the fuck up, treating this nigga like a bitch. And he just takes it and he just apologizes for it. He's like, well, the one time I did provoke her. I stepped over the line. I did say some things that I shouldn't have said. So, those times that she put her hands on me, that was good. And she's been good for like the past 2 weeks now. She's been a whole different person. So we're not going to talk about the person that was in the past from like a month ago and like 6 months ago and a year ago. Because for this past 2 weeks, she's been good. And I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm like, yo, this is just like Johnny Depp Amber Heard.
Yeah,
Yo, they really do.
she's definitely just gonna whoop his ass after he like doesn't wash the dishes correctly again. Like, or like, do you think like that kind of relationship, like she's the one that like grabs his legs and like rides the dick, like Amazonian style? Like there's no way that like he's on top ever or hitting it from the back ever. She's on top, probably holding his legs out like he's a baby, fucking, or she's just getting fucked by other guys. So, well, because I was watching fucking I was watching this show earlier on Netflix, this like sex dungeon show where like this like British lady goes into like meets up with these people and they want to make like a sex dungeon in their crib or like a room for them to bone in. And like the fucking first episode is this couple where dude is a total cuck, like 100% a cuck. Like they go to like this, they learn about like floggers, like the whip things, and
Okay,
like
yeah.
so then like the chick that like makes the designs the spaces for them to put the shit in, like they take them to this like fucking building with no windows and shit, and they got this chick that's wearing pasties, or like that these two people that are in here like work at one of those buildings with no fucking windows and has like a hole in the wall, and it's like, hey, is someone sucking dick behind that pole? Well, I'm the only one here, man. So, like, and then they take off,
Wow.
like, the one chick takes off her shirt. She's got the fucking little cups on or little pasty things on. And then she hops on the thing and the dude starts whipping her, right? So then the fucking lady is like, yo, you want to try this? So then the one chick she's like, yeah, I'm down. So she hops on the little cross thing, whatever, starts holding it. And I'm assuming that dude's just going to grab the whip. No. Lets the other motherfucker do it, and he's like on the other side of the cross, like facing her, and
Hey.
like he's just loving it. He's just enjoying the shit out of it. And then they ask him like, "Yo, you want to try?" And he's just like, "Yeah, I'll try." And he's just like, baby McBitch slapping that shit. And like you just see in his eyes that he's just total cuck, total cuck. Like she asked him, she's like, "Hey, you like this?" And he's like, "I'm loving this." And she's getting like whipped by this other dude, and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, "Bro, this is wild. Y'all people are crazy out here." Like you just,
Yeah, that's nuts.
it is
That's
wild.
fucking nuts. That is fucking nuts. Yeah, he probably. Yeah, I mean, the type. It's like he can't even have like conversations. Um, so like he's supposed to go to the beach with niggas for this girl's birthday next week, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, it's not happening. Not without him,
Yeah.
him
So far, he
FaceTiming
hasn't
her like every 20 minutes.
hasn't he hasn't told his wife yet, and his wife isn't really the biggest fan of people.
Yeah,
She
all
used to be.
people,
Well, no,
any people that
she
he
used to
talks to.
she used to be part of the friend group, but then she started getting jealous, and her fucking Amber ism started fucking leaking through. So now there's beef. So now it's like, oh, all right, he still hangs out with people, but she doesn't, because beef. Um, but he was like, yeah, I haven't told her yet, but hey, if a couple of you could come over one day next week and like bring up the topic while she's around, like I feel a lot more comfortable talking, so that way she's not as aggressive. I'm like, what? Fam, you're easily 6 foot. Unless this bitch is 8 feet, just fucking
Three
Vin
hundred
Diesel,
pounds.
dog, you better put this chick in her place. The fuck? I don't understand.
Bro,
I
he's
don't
definitely
get
getting
it.
pegged. He's 100% getting pegged.
Like, I just.
I, the thing that I don't understand is like, bro, is the pussy that bomb? Like, is it that crazy? Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't,
I want to see this chick. I'm super intrigued. Like, I need to see this chick.
bro.
Cause
She looks like a linebacker, bro. We're gonna have to bring him on the pod and fucking set him straight, set him like a new man, and give him some liquid courage so he can go home and then go get his ass beat again. Bro, I
yeah,
don't understand. Like that
it's
shit. Like
wild.
even with Amber Heard, like that shit was crazy, bro. Like how are you gonna not file for divorce after she takes a shit on your bed? Like, granted, I know Johnny Depp had mad properties and like he's probably got fucking like 40 beds that he probably owns, but like, bro, how bomb of pussy and or head or throat does that shit have to be for you to be cool with a bitch taking a shit on your bed?
Well, she took the shit on the bed afterward, like at the end of the relationship. So, uh, to be fair, like he didn't know
He
that she.
didn't file for a divorce though. Like it's not like he
Yeah,
was just like, "Yo,
no,
you gotta get the fuck out." Like
but that was like the
it was one of the
uh
final straws. You know what I
yeah, it was
mean?
like the end of their relationship. So, I want to say she filed. She did file the next day. I want to say after that. So it's like she shot on the bed, and then she went into Coachella, and then filed for the restraining order or something like that, like right
That shit's so
after.
crazy, bro.
But
Shitting on
yeah,
the bed, bro. Shitting on the bed.
I definitely want to see this chick because she's even lied. Like bro, I was literally getting Amber Heard flashbacks. Like apparently, like one of the friends asked how long they've been engaged, and she had said 6 months, but that was a lie. I don't know how long it had really been, but they were like, "Yo, it's so weird that she would have lied about like how long you guys had been married." And he was like, "Yeah, that's weird. Like, I don't know. I can't justify that." And I'm like, "What? Wait, what? I gotta meet this chick. Gotta
Yeah,
meet this
I
chick."
mean, you think it's like one of those situations where it was like a mask off when like once they had the ring and the I do on the paper? That's the only way I could assume that this would happen. Because if you're actively getting your ass whooped by some chick, like why would you give her a ring?
The way it seemed, the way it sounded, and granted, I was high and not feeling the greatest. So, the way it sounded was they dated prior. They had a good falling out because of things were physical, and then they got back together very shortly after, and then got engaged, and then got married very quickly. So
So
yeah.
things got physical. They separated. She came back with the bomb throat or the bomb pussy or giving up the ass. Because this dude sounds like he wants to fuck some anal hole, or so he can feel like he's stroking a dick on the front side. And then
And it very well could have been the other way around. Like she just no, yeah, it could
he's
have
got
been
the
the other
fire
way
dick.
around. No, no. What I'm saying is like what I'm like. He could have just been a simp and like like broke
I
up
need
with him,
security.
and then like he was just like I don't know anything about bull first time, so like, but he could have been like I can't get anything better, like she's the love of my life, like Johnny, like there's no reason why Johnny should have stayed after she threw a bottle and cut off his finger, but he did. So very
Well, yeah,
well.
because they were married.
But most people, that doesn't excuse anything. Most people would have then been like, I'm filing for divorce, or even the first time they got physical, um, I'm not dealing with this. Like there were signs where Amber was a fucking nut before they got engaged and before they got married. It didn't
Yeah,
just
so the
start.
pussy or throat had to be bomb. Had to be. It had to be like she was doing some shit that nobody else was doing. Or the financial loss was
Think
just
so.
gonna not be fucking doable.
Think about the type of people that these were. Johnny Depp is a depressed drug addict. Sad. What he doesn't. Amber could have been given out the most basic of sex. Like
I don't know
they were.
because like you could get it from anywhere. Like I don't think Donnie Depp would have to try. Like
That's the
I'm sure
thing.
poor people would probably be hitting up his DMs like, "Yo,
That's the
trying to
thing.
get that, trying to suck
That's the
that
thing.
thing."
That's the thing, and he wasn't doing that. He was out there with toxic, beat me the fuck up, treat me like shit, call me whatever. Like when you hear the way they talk to each other, it was very toxic, but also was very loving. He loved her. He was in love with her. So I don't think the sex. He was just infatuated. He was like, "Oh my gosh, you heard him in the beginning." She loved all the poetry that I love. She loved all the music. It was crazy how we had so much in common. That was before it didn't mention anything about sex. She was just a great compatible person that he fell in love with. And he was like, all right, she's a little crazy. I'm a little crazy. Both drug addicts. We both been in abusive childhood relationships. We can bond on that. And, yeah. I don't know. And this bull, I don't know his background, but told you what the nigga looked like. So I assume he got some type of depression and low self esteem and type of
Takes us
shit going
right
on.
into the mental illness, bro. Takes us right into the mental illness. I mean, with
Yeah,
the
I
drug
mean,
addict and shit, like that's different because like you're not worried really about your relationship at all. You're pretty much just worried about drugs. So and like from the way it sounds like he was just trying to hide drugs, him doing drugs from Amber. Maybe, possibly, I don't fucking know. Like I don't
nah, them
like.
niggas was very open about doing drugs with each other.
Well, yeah, because they were both doing drugs, and he was doing drugs with her sister. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't understand how you could be like that rich and put up with that shit, especially at the age.
'Cause
Like you,
money doesn't matter.
nah, but the
Like
age does.
he would have put up that he would have put up with that if he was living in a trailer park and they were both poor. That's just the type of person he is.
Yeah, he's a very giving and nice person. So I
Right.
don't know.
And he went through a bunch of trauma as a young bull, and he's just a softie now. Like I don't know.
Shout out
I
to
mean,
Johnny Depp.
they
You can
always
come on the
say
pod anytime, bro. We're here for you. Shout out to
on
Johnny.
some on the weirdest thing that
Justice for Johnny.
I never really liked. But they always say most men marry their mother. Well, his mother was a cunt. Amber was a cunt. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, yeah. I never really thought about that part. So I always just looked at it like I don't know. I never really heard that either. I've always seen
No?
like if you're gonna date a chick, always look at her mom because that's what she's
Well,
gonna
yeah,
turn
there's
into.
that. Yeah, there's that. But I don't know. I always heard most men marry their mother because that's the first woman that most boys fall in love with on a weird thing because that's the first female they usually are seeing have feelings for or whatever.
That's wild. That's super weird. That you just took it to a weird place.
No, that's what they say, and that makes sense. Like, because they
Yeah,
say
it makes
most
sense, but I don't
girls
want to think about that like that.
attention to it as a child. Like, you didn't. It wasn't even part of your thought process. Like, you as far as remember, you were just like, oh yeah, I just loved my mom for a lot. Like, you
Well, you
know.
should always love your mom just because your
Right,
mom's the
but it
person that
was
brought you in the world and raised you. Like in most
usually goes a
cases.
phase in boys where it's like you love mama just a little bit more
Yeah,
than you
that's
know.
it's a little bit weird. It's a bit weird. I mean, I
Eh,
get it. I guess I get it,
yeah,
but it's weird.
it is. It is super weird.
Definitely weird.
100% weird. 100%.
Hold on, I'm gonna grab some more ice.
Those ancestors come from. They come from that weird fucking belief. Fuck kids, but I don't know. I don't agree with none of that shit either. No,
Fucking kids or kids fucking or is that
No,
what
I
you
don't.
said?
I don't agree with the incest. I don't agree
Yeah, I
with.
don't understand how that shit happens. I don't
I
understand
get
like,
how it
and
happens.
I feel like that's like, do you think that incest and shit is going to become like a normal part of society?
Uh, yeah, yeah, 100%.
Because there's a
Because
lot of porn that
yeah, I was
is
just about to
either
say that. Yeah,
stepsister, stepdad,
yeah,
stepmom.
it's very weird.
Like, I mean, I guess if you're a teenager, like
Mm,
that's what
mm.
you see at the crib.
Oh,
I guess I don't know. I mean, the stepmom thing is definitely weird too, because like you'd be a child compared to that person, depending on the age group. I mean, if your dad is banging some like if your dad's like a uber wealthy fucking dude banging some 25-year-old and you're like 18, then I could see where that would align.
I can't. I still
Yeah, I
can't.
mean, yeah, it is
Just
definitely
because
super wild.
if you watch one of them things where it's like stepmom, it's like,
Oh,
oh,
don't
you're
worry, bro. I'll be watching because it's the only shit
no,
that
no. I was
you'd be
gonna say it's
finding
like
on Pornhub.
it's like, oh, your dad's away, or like, oh, you're bigger than your dad. It's like, well, you have just killed my heart on forever, lady.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you
super wild.
for comparing
I
me to
don't need
my
to know.
father.
Yeah, I don't need my dad's cock in my mind as I'm about to
Yeah,
fucking put myself in a fucking meat hole.
I'm super good. So I don't understand that lane of oh stepmom. Like, no, I don't want to be around any hole that my dad has been around. I'm good. Super good.
Yeah,
Super,
I don't
super good on that.
understand the whole like that lane and the whole asphyxiation with like, oh, she's stuck in the couch or under the bed or in the dryer. Like, why? What is the infatuation with women
uh,
being stuck in things?
see, and it's weird because that
And it's
just
kind of
definitely.
rapey.
Yes, I was just about to say that. Yes, it is a little bit of sexual assaulty.
No, it's past sexual assault. We're in the rape territory.
Well, yeah, it turns into rape. Well, I don't know. Sometimes, sometimes.
What do you mean sometimes? It's not like, hey, do you consent to this as you're stuck in the dryer and you can't stop this? This is rape. This is now on into rape.
Usually at that point, they're liking it. Like, I don't know. It's yeah. So, all the whole thing is weird. 100%.
I just, it's. I mean, Grant. I don't
It's
know
just
if the.
weird from a realism standpoint. It's like what to me, it's like watching wrestling. It's like I know this isn't real. I know that this grown woman or this little girl isn't stuck in a washing machine. I know what a washing machine and a dryer. I know the size of it. Not stuck. Sorry, just this isn't doing it for me. Like y'all could have just started fucking. This little corny fucking stuck under a couch, or I lost my ring. My hand stuck in the sink. What are we doing here?
I've
What
always found it
real?
super wild that they had to make a story to begin with. Like,
Um.
why does there need to be an arc? Like,
I saw something. I want to say it was somebody was live streaming about it. Not specifically about porn, but like like the topic it came up, and I want to say it was something about regulation. They said it was something about regulations back when porn was a thing, like first becoming a thing. Like it was just fucking, and then something happened, and they were like, "Oh, well, now you have to add a story to it." I want to say it's something because of art, or there was something that was passed or something. I don't know,
Like
but
a
that's
law?
why. Yeah, I don't really remember because like I said, it was a live stream, and yeah, it was definitely a Ricada live stream, and I want to say it
Shout out
was
to
in the
Ricada
morning.
Law.
Yeah, when I was going to work.
Watches Roe v.
Uh,
Wade video. Bad law.
he he was talking about the origin, and because he was talking about the stories and the stepmom shit, and how he's just all fully against porn in general, but uh, he was just like, yeah, like the reason they're all just is a story because I want to say they're about to
Outlaw the story or outlaw porn?
outlaw porn because it wasn't considered art or wasn't considered film or something like that, and it had they had to put a story or little something in before the fucking to make it considered
Bro, don't
and
do that.
make it considered a fall into the certain category of like
Don't do
art
that.
or something. So I don't
Well,
fucking know.
then I'll make a goddamn fucking. Which one of those things people sign?
An
Fucking
NDA,
figure.
non-disclosure.
No, not a not
I don't know.
a not disclosure.
I don't know. That's usually what the
No, the
people
fuck a
sign.
petition. I'll make a
Oh,
petition to save porn. The fuck? How you gonna?
just save porn.
Yeah, bro. How you gonna take a job from Adriana Chechik? The fuck?
What do you mean? What? No, they're not taking the porn. They gave her the job. They made her. They made her. What do you
I
mean?
know. That's what I'm saying. So if you're gonna create some sort of law that takes away porn, then like that's
Oh,
wild. Or are you just
they
talking about
were going.
reversing? Oh, all
They
right.
were going to, and that's what made them have to put storylines into porn.
Shout out to porn stars. Out
You
here
remember
keeping the
back in the
hard
day, you would
dicks.
just fucking have the two people walk in, you'd have the corny round, and they just get the fucking.
Did you ever see like '90s porn? Like, did you ever have one of those like little boxes that like had like the wild screen, like the channel where like if you flip to it real quickly, you could see like half a titty, and if you like moved an antenna around, you could get to the channel. It was I think it was the Spice Channel.
Yeah, you had the Spice John. You also had like the Cinemaxes and shit. The something in the 400. But yeah, it was
Did you ever have one of those boxes though? The box that like would give you those fucking stolen fucking like
no,
premium
no,
channels?
no,
No, you never had one of
no.
them.
We would just, well, I would just turn to the channel that it is, and I would just like sometimes that shit would come in a little clear, and then other times it would just be fuzzy as shit. You might get a line here, you might get a line there, you might get a
Got a
little half a
fucking
screen
titty
here.
over there. You got some
Yeah.
hairy bush over there. Fucking get a pube over here, a dick and the ball over there.
Times those are the days now. Kids got
Right?
fucked.
Yeah, my pops had one of them fucking things. Like, and like that was like probably my like first introduction to porn. Because like I
Yeah.
would go. I didn't have a TV in my room, and they had a TV in their room, and they had a little box. So like I'd go in there and watch like my Power Rangers or whatever the fuck I was watching in the morning. I'd be flipping through the channels and then bow chicka bow wow bull with a mustache and a fucking mullet fucking this chick with a full on bush in the woods. I was like, whoa, what is this? About to go to third grade with a chub. That shit was mad wild. Like all those videos were mad wild. They always had like the background music and like I wonder where all any of those videos are nowadays. Like I wonder if anyone's transferred like any of that like Spice TV fucking shit, like those like any of those channels and like any of those porn videos to the internet.
Who wants to watch that?
Nobody, because it's poor film quality and like nobody wants to see. I don't know. I don't actually, like, come to think of it, I don't know if there's a lane for chicks with full bushes. I'm sure there is, but like, just through my search results or my algorithm, I guess with Pornhub, there's definitely another full bush. So Tim's a full bush man. Tim's a bush man.
Yeah, I'm not full, but I don't mind a little bit of hair.
A little bit of hair is not bad. Like if you you tidy it up. It's got to be tidy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there's got to be well kept, like a fade or something. like something like
Yeah.
that. You gotta have like either the landing strip or the little triangle, or make it pizzazz, maybe a lightning
Just
bolt or
don't
something
have
crazy.
that. Just don't have the whole fucking hairy shit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
all around it.
That's it. Because it's not comfortable. Not comfortable.
I mean, you could argue it's a little cushion for the pushing. You know?
No, no, it's not. You ever have sex with a chick with a fucking full bush?
No,
Oh, it's uncomfortable.
it's probably terrible. It's probably like steel wool rubbing together.
Yes, it is not
Yeah,
comfortable because the hairs get inside the puss. It's so uncomfortable.
yeah,
Also, it stings.
yeah.
Yeah,
Bro, I could not imagine eating a bitch with a full bush. Yeah,
yeah, it's not fun.
fucking picking hairs at your teeth and shit.
You're just fucking. Oh my god, it's no, 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 no,
Keep them high and tight, ladies. Keep them high and tight.
no.
Ah,
Gosh,
keep them high and tight. Oh man, would
Yeah,
you ever
no.
get your shit waxed?
Super good on that.
You're good on getting your pubes waxed?
Yeah, super good on that.
Why?
Super.
Why not?
A, don't see a point, and B, I don't see the point. So
Well, I mean,
yeah,
you're taking the hair off, and it doesn't have to. It won't grow back as quickly.
I don't have a problem with fucking upkeeping
Shaving,
the hair. Yeah, it's not a problem.
but I
No, I'm
mean,
not.
wait, hold on
Uh,
here, bud.
But
This will save you time.
yeah, I was literally just about to say, out of all of the things that inconvenience me out of my life, I don't take this as an
Shaving your
inconvenience.
balls isn't one of them.
Yeah, no, it doesn't bother me at all. Just
So, do you go razor, or do you go do you go like electric razor, or do you go Bic or
electric razor.
electric razor, and you just trim it up?
Yeah,
Bro, that is the worst feeling in the world when you nick yourself.
yeah, that's
Nick
why I
the
don't
old
use
sack.
Vicks.
Well,
Alright.
no, like a Bic razor, you wouldn't. I
Oh,
actually, I find that you can get a better, shave to your nuts with an actual razor than you can with the
I don't
electric
like it. I
razor.
don't trust it. Nope. Yeah, I agree. I fully. Maybe I don't agree. Yeah, I probably don't agree. But yeah, no, I don't agree.
Yeah, no, yeah, I can fully attest to it. That like, cause if like the way that you gotta do it is you gotta put your ball like you gotta move your balls around so that way you can make it where the area that you want to go.
I
You gotta
understand.
you put a testicle
Yeah,
there, so that way
yeah,
you can that way the skin's stretched out, so that way you're not
yeah,
getting no pulling
yeah.
action.
That's what I use with
So
the electric shaver. It's just with the electric shaver, I have never
you got
nicked
that
my.
lawnmower? You got that Manscaped lawnmower 4.0, bro?
Nah, I'm not
This is
buying
not
that.
an ad read. Manscaped sponsor
Not
us.
buying that nonsense. But I know with a Bic razor, I've definitely cut myself, and I don't like that shit.
Really?
So
You cut your ball? I've never cut myself shaving.
yeah.
I
Nope.
mean, granted, it looks, if you're looking at the video right now, it looks like I've never shaved. But, well, I shaved my head, so. And no, I have a scar on the back of my head that can attest to cutting myself with a razor blade. But that's
See?
due to different reasons because cutting my hair in prison was a lot different. I wonder if should we talk about, like, or should I explain maybe my time in prison as content, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I mean, it was a wild time.
definitely
Like,
wild.
actually, like the circumstances of what you think about, like, of like how it unfolds is actually pretty wild. Like, it was probably one of the wildest comedic rides like I've ever been through. So it all starts back in 2012 here. So back in 2012, I got caught up for driving around with a little bit of weed. Well, actually, I was going to go pick up a guy and give him a ride home from a guy who fronted me weed from the day that day. That day, I was selling weed at the time, and I was going to go pay him back for the ounce that he fronted me that day. but I'd already got an ounce fronted to me from somebody else at the time too. So I had 2 ounces that I was fronted, and I had them bagged up and scaled up and everything. I wasn't doing this at my own house, so I had all the shit in my car. So I went to go give him a drive home. Oh, indigestion. Oh, Japanese whiskey does give me indigestion. I don't know. Maybe it is something in their Japanese water.
Certain ones
Could be the radiation. Could be the radiation in their water.
could be.
But anyways, so I went to go pick up this dude. I missed the turn of what the street was. So, and then the next street that I could have turned down, the police station was right there. So I was like, not going to turn down that street. So then I go up to the next street, and then and find out it's a one-way, like it's a bunch of one-way streets. So I go up through the one-ways, turn, come back around, come down to the light, go down to where I'm going to pick this guy up. Guy comes out of the police station, sees that I had went down these one-ways, or seen that I went through this area, which, speaking of which, I don't really understand how this guy could have known where I went. But like at the time, I had the wrong bulbs in the wrong like places of my tail lights at the time, so it always looked like I had my reverse lights on because I had like new tail lights that I'd put in because I was into car modification and I didn't have time I didn't change them yet, so I knew why a cop would be pulling me over at the middle of the night. So a cop pulls me over, and then the guy's like, I'm like, yo, is this because I have my taillights in? Like, I understand that, like, I'm supposed to have amber bulbs in there, but I just haven't had time to go to AutoZone to get the new bulbs. And he's like, no, I'm not pulling you over for the bulbs. Do you have any drugs or alcohol in the car? And then speaking of which, I don't ever know if I grabbed that bottle of Jack Honey. Because there was a bottle of Jack Honey that was in the trunk. But that was open. But yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I had some drugs in the car. Well, actually, at the first, I'm like, nah. But.
Say what you say. Yeah, I got drugs in the car.
No. I originally said no. But then he was just like, yo, if you got a little bit, like, I'm just going to give it, you'll be cool. And then I'm just like, well, you're going to find it regardless because you're going to search my car. So I was just like, eventually I was just like, yeah, some drugs.
Why was they going to search your car?
Because I don't know. I'm a fucking young white kid. And eventually, anytime I got pulled over, bro, when I was young, anytime I got pulled over, bro, yo, we're searching the vehicle. We're either impounding or we're searching the vehicle right here. Every single time, bro.
Yeah, was your car smelling like bud?
No, because I didn't smoke in it. Like,
so
granted, they might have
for them to search you.
I don't know. I was young. I was high at the time, most likely, because I was definitely selling weed and smoking the fuck out of it.
That's what it did. Maybe you looked high.
Yeah, I probably looked high. Probably bloodshot eyes. I mean, granted, it was late at night though, but
probably was.
Some probable. He was a DEA agent. I don't even actually. I don't even know if this is true. So he supposedly worked for the DEA task force. So, but like this fool was also a cop for Trainer. So don't know if that actually holds up. But he told me, and my young dumb ass was like, "Whoa, I don't know what to do." So, and then I was like, "Yeah, there's a little bit of weed in the fucking glove box." So there's a little bit of weed in the glove box, but then I also forgot that I had a scale in there with it. So bull fucking then looks in the into the glove box, finds a fucking sandwich bag full of little dime bags that are then accompanied by a scale, and fucking not a good time. Then he takes me down to Chester. He impounds my car, takes me to Chester, books me up. I spend the night in jail there. I get arraigned in the morning? Or they set my bail? I don't actually remember. exactly what happened. I think I saw. I don't remember if I went in front of a video judge or not. But in the morning, I got picked up, went home. I think. Yeah, because I got picked up by my pops. So then, like, I had to. I don't even remember getting my car, actually, from impound. I don't remember if they impounded my car or not. I'm sure they did, because I'd spent at least in my youth. I've definitely spent over like $3,000 getting my car out of impound. So, which is wild because the car definitely wasn't even worth $3,000. Like I think I actually sold that car to a junkyard with a blown motor for $50. So, well, anyways, then some time goes by. I'm waiting for the court date to come up, and I get popped for some other weed affiliated charges. I'm not really going to go into them due to the fact that of the nature of those incidents, which is super wild. I feel like I got set up on one of them, and that turned out to be super shitty. But then I went to court, and then I didn't have money at the time, so I just took a public defender. And then they couldn't have a public defender because of a conflict of interest somehow. So then I got a court appointed lawyer who was pretty much telling me that you should use your sovereign rights as a citizen, the defense of sovereignty, that the laws don't apply to me because I'm a sovereign citizen. Yeah. And looking back at that is completely retarded and wild for a lawyer to be telling a fucking 20-year-old client or 19-year-old client at the time.
I think it's the right move.
You think it's the right move?
Yeah. Why not?
I mean, why? I mean, I guess why not? I mean, I don't know. This guy probably could have been pushing for a little bit harder on hey, this guy has 32 grams of marijuana bagged up.
See, if you fight for the sovereign citizen defense, then the sovereign citizen's defense is that you're your own citizen. Machines. You don't go by the federal, state laws. So by you having 32 grams, it would be legal because you are a sovereign citizen and you don't recognize the United States federal laws.
Yeah, but the only way that this defense was going to work was if I fired him.
Okay, deal. You're fired. See, Your Honor, I'm a sovereign citizen. I don't deal with none of this bullshit.
I mean, I guess maybe it possibly could have worked, but at the time, I was just like, bro, I've been smoking weed a lot. I have no idea how the fuck to do this. I'm not gonna go up there and be able to tell him tell the judge yeah, I'm a sovereign citizen.
Think of that. If for the lawyer to tell you that, he probably looked at it from a probability standpoint. All right, this kid's guilty. He's guilty.
Yeah, but the problem is, if I had a good lawyer, he probably would have still been able to drop the charges down from a fucking felony, possession with intent to deliver, to some sort of misdemeanor. So anyway, I mean, either way, I still could have taken the felony and then done 6 months, but my dumbass that was no, I'm not trying to go to jail. So then they offered me this drug court system. So, which was a whole escapade of fuck shit. So, I signed up for this drug court system. They were like, yo, you can't be doing no drugs. You're going to have to go to AA meetings, or AA or NA meetings. You're going to have to go to this IOP fucking drug and alcohol program 3 times a week for 2 hours a day or some shit like that. And then somehow I made it work with my schedule. I ended up getting a job working at a retirement home, and somehow I made it work with my schedule. So, but anyways, it kept getting fuck shit because they kept I'm not gonna lie. First, for a while, I started getting into Percocets and shit like that because they only stayed in your system for 2 days. Fuck it, I can't smoke some weed because that shit's gonna be in my system for 30 days. So fuck it, I'm gonna take this little pill, get super itchy, and fucking nod out and shit, and it's gonna be out of my system in 2 days. So then the first time they popped me for a urine, they were like, "Yo, your system came hot for Percocets," and I was just like, "I don't know." I was at a party, maybe somebody slipped me some shit. They were like, "No, you were definitely high on some Percocets or whatever." So then after that, I was just like, "All right, well, they're gonna catch me if I do be doing drugs, so I'm not gonna do any drugs." So then I continue doing the drug court. I'm going to AA meetings, which is a wild experience. I went to AA meetings, NA meetings, and SA meetings. And SA
Fuck is
meetings,
SA?
if SA meetings, if you don't know what they are, they're sex anonymous meetings,
Okay, that's what I
and
was thinking.
they are dummy lit if you can find them. If you can find some sexual anonymous meetings, ooh, buddy. Ooh, buddy. Them things are lit. There was this one, like, I only went to a couple of them, but before I ended up going to jail. But there was this one meeting that I went to where this chick that like told her story, and like she had this wild thing that she liked about her. She liked when dudes would like throw rotten tomatoes at her. Like that's what got her off. When people would throw tomatoes at her.
Fucking insane. That is fucking insane.
She couldn't blow a load unless she had someone throw tomatoes at her or squish like fruit like at her or on her. Bro, there's some wild ass people out there, bro. But anyways. So I'm going to these meetings. And then I get a phone call from one of either my PO. It was like I never had like a normal PO system, like where like my PO that I start with is my PO that I end with. Every time I got anytime like through this 7 or 8 year or actually like 9 year period of time, like I got like moved from person to person to person. So like I had this chick PO for a while. She was dumb cool. She was super cool. Like she was the one who gave me like that was like, "Yo, you popped hot for Percocets. Just tell me what happened, and we'll put a strike against your shit." But like you're pretty much cool. Like you getting demoted from your 2 days a week of IOP back to 3 days a week. So you gotta go back to 3 days a week. So I was like, all right, well I can make it work with my schedule. So fuck it, I'm down. So I made that work. Get back bumped up to 2 days, and then she then either gets moved or she moves somewhere where she's no longer going to be my PO. So I get this new bull who's trying to make a name for himself, or like he's trying to be like by the book, like super GI Joe kind of motherfucker.
Hate those motherfuckers.
I hated this dude, bro. He's a cuck. I don't know what his name was. I forget what his name was. Bull, I'm sure this dude I'm sure this dude is out there get pegged. He's a pegger kind of guy. He takes me as a pegger. But anyways, so I get him, and then we're cool for a while. I'm doing my shit. I'm going to my meetings, getting my card signed or whatever. Fake it till you make it, though, bro. Like I'm going to these meetings, everybody's like, "Yo, like I'm going." Actually, that shit was kind of lit though too, because like the people that were in those AA, because I only went to AA meetings because like the SA shit got too crazy, and the NA motherfuckers were wild. Like you'd have motherfuckers nodding off in the.
Of course you would, because they'd be dope fiends.
Yeah, you got dope fiends that are on Suboxones and shit like that. I actually did go to a meeting with my man Mike Jones, R.I.P. Mike Jones. He was really into the program. He was actually trying to make it out here. He was trying to do some shit. He ended up shooting up and dying. But so,
All right.
Shit. I mean, you get a bad bag, bro. You go back to it. You get a bad bag. It's
all
not
the
for
bags
you at
are
that
bad.
point. Any bag that you're doing is not a good bag. So Never fucking touch that stuff, bro.
Yeah,
That's always
not
been
bad
my
shit.
moral compass. I've been offered it. I would hit up a dude and I was like, "Yo, can you get like perks or Opanas or fucking oxycodone? Coat? I don't know, whatever OPs were at the time." Uh, I hit him up and he was like, "No, I can't get them, but I can get heroin." I was like, "Nah, bro, I'm totally cool, bro." He's like, "Yeah, but it's mad cheap." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm so cool." Like my mental compass has always been like, I'm not gonna do heroin, I'm not gonna do crack, I'm not gonna do meth. So even though I met some
Yeah,
really
that's what
cool
I
people,
said. That's what I
but
said, and then I ended up doing the meth. But
you did meth?
yeah, I told you that.
No, when? I forget.
Yeah, back when I was working up in Philly,
What are
I
you
did it
doing?
with
Roofing?
I was working. I was working at this shitty ass. Well, it was a pretty decent job. Shitty ass display company up in North Philly. My coworker Craig. He would
Greg.
he would get it, and yeah.
How long were the jobs? Were you like doing like 12-hour jobs, like to make like setting up
No,
these
8 hours.
displays?
No, we made the displays. We made them and shipped them. So it was an 8 hour day. Sometimes there was overtime when we would like have like big jobs and stuff, but it was 8 hours.
Seems super wild that you'd be doing meth to just be like get through 8 hours.
Oh
Like,
no 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 no! I was doing coke to get through the job. But what happened was a couple times he was buying meth, and then eventually one day he was like, "Yo, y'all wanna try this shit?" And then my one friend was like, "Yeah, I'll try it, whatever." And then he did it, and then he was like, "Yo, it's not that bad." And I was like, well, "It's not that bad." And he was like, "It's not that bad. You want a little bit?" And I was like, "All right, I'll try a little bit." And then I did a little bit, but the little bit that I did, I didn't think it was enough. So the next time that it was around, I was like, "Yeah, give me a little bit more of that shit." Because the first time I don't think it shit did nothing. So then the second time I did, I was like, "Oh, okay, that definitely did something."
got you up seeing shadow people up for 3 days or super hype or what?
It was just enough to make it feel like I had just did just good coke. Like as far as like the intensity of up, I wasn't like on the crazy like meth fucking high. It was chill. It was good. I was like okay. I was like yeah, this is what meth is. Not bad.
That's
The
wild then.
only thing I didn't like is the fact that when it goes in your nose, it's like lava. It is the most
Oh, so you were
intense
sniffing it, you
burn.
weren't smoking it.
Yeah, I was sniffing it. Yeah, I was doing lines of that little bumps, and that's the only reason I was like, I'm never doing this again. It is the worst feeling in my nostril ever, and I've snorted sugar and pixie sticks and wild shit. Any other pill, that is the most painful. So yeah, but it was a good time. It was cool. Last time was at a Sixers game. That was for work. I was lit.
You were at a Sixers game for work?
Yeah, like they got us tickets.
That's fire.
Yeah, it was dope.
That's super fire.
It was super dope.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I mean, the craziest drug I've ever done was probably PCP, and I did that once. I did it twice in my life, but I've always heard if you did it more than once, you're addicted to PCP. But I've never had the want to do Wiggles again. But
I'd
the name is so cool. I mean, Wiggles, bro, Wiggles. That's a
never
dope
heard
name.
that name before.
You never heard of the name Wiggles?
No,
Yeah, I'm not sure why I ever, well, like why it got associated with Wiggles, but um,
that's
anyways,
wild. That's so
I
wild.
mean
There's
that's
so many
super
drugs.
wild. It's super crazy. It sounds like you did some shitty ass meth, but
You said
anyways,
oh, you said what? Your computer lagged. What you said? What?
it sounds like you did some shitty meth.
I feel like I did just the right amount.
Yeah, but I mean at the same time, like meth's supposed to be it's supposed to be a pretty long like cocaine high,
Oh, it
but
was. I guess it was a longer, but like as far as like when people are like having like the teeth grinding mess. Like I didn't do
I feel
enough
like
to
that's like a situational, like a person to person kind of thing. Because like people get that teeth grindy thing. Like my girl gets the teeth grindy thing if she does like Molly or something like that. But she
mm,
grinds her teeth in her sleep too. So I'm sure
oh,
it's a predisposition kind of deal. So I mean, I've met some crazy ass meth heads, which I guess we'll talk about later in the podcast because it's more into my prison story. So
okay.
where did I leave off in the story? I got caught up for the weed, and then I had a PO. I got switched from POs, and then I
Right.
had a goody two shoes. So I'm just gonna start from there. So he hits me up, or I'm going to IOP. I got dropped down to like 1 day a week. I think I'm in the program for it's a 2 year program. You got to go to court once a week to talk to the judge, or not really talk to the judge, but kind of like sit in the back, or like have the judge like convey some shit to you, and like forever it's fuck that guy.
Mm, yeah.
Your honorable Judge Frank Hart. I hope you're dead somewhere. Fuck you,
Yeah.
bro. You're a
Yeah.
scumbag.
Fuck you, piece
Fuck
of
you.
shit.
You're a fucking piece of shit. Because I wasn't even doing shit
Hope
at the
your daughter
time.
has an OnlyFans.
I might have to look that up. Might have to look that up, bro. Oh, that would be fire. I knew this dude had an Audi TT, and I've always been looking for this old dude driving this Audi, so that way I could fucking crash into it. But anyways, like I ended up getting like one day they called me up and they're like, "Yo, your urine came back, and you had because I've been doing piss tests like fucking weekly or every other week, and they hit me up and they're like, "Yo, you like your piss came back hot." And I'm like, what the fuck y'all talking about? I've been sober besides drinking, like for the past like 6 months. And they're like, well, your urine came back for opiates. Like and like the amount it came back was for like heroin. And I was like, well, you're out of your fucking mind if you're thinking that I'm doing heroin. They're like, well, I mean, if you're not gonna tell us where we have to report it to your PO. So then he gets on my case and was like, yo, bro, you've been doing heroin? And I'm like, bro, I'm not doing heroin. But also at the same time, I'm selling fucking LSD to people. So, like, my phone is blowing up for fucking LSD and shit. Later down the road, they end up fucking coming to my house to do I have no idea why they came to my house. Maybe they got tipped off by some shit or something. And I feel like it was super fucking wild. Like one morning, I'd moved I was sleeping in like the basement or something, and like I woke up to like banging on the door, and like Bull comes to like knocking on like I ended up going upstairs. I answered the door. I'm like, yo, what's up? PO's at the door with a sheriff and shit. They want to search the crib. Search the crib. And they look through my phone and they see this dude like asking for tabs or some shit like that because I forgot to delete it or something. And they're like, what is this tab shit? And I'm like, I have no idea. Like I'm just like maybe I'm into guitar, which I've never been into guitar. He's talking about guitar tabs, and they're like, why are you charging him $400 for a tab or for tabs? And I was just like, I don't
Jimi
know, bro.
Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix's last guitar tab.
Yeah, and then they assume that I'm selling drugs, so then they arrest me based on that I'm selling drugs, like manslaughter drugs, uh, which they never found, which was super fire. Like I had half a sheet in a V for Vendetta book hidden behind a couch, or hidden in a couch at the time. I had a half a sheet of some fire acid at the time. So then I go to prison. Like I go to George W. Hill, which is a whole experience. Like from the very start of George W. Hill, it was a wild experience. So like we're sitting on intake. It's been a bit. It's like the middle of June. I think I went to jail on like June 22nd. Um, and because like it was during like the Stanley Cup, because I was really into hockey at the time, and like watching hockey. I was watching like I was really big in the Kings, into the Kings. The L.A. Kings, yeah, the L.A. Kings hockey
LA
team at the
King.
time.
This
So
is like what 2010.
2012,
Yeah, I say probably
2013,
2012.
2012 or
Yeah,
2013.
that's when
Because
they
they
were
were,
relevant.
yeah, that's when they were on their spree of winning a bunch. Because their
Yeah.
goalie, Jonathan Quick, at the time, was a
Yep.
fucking powerhouse,
He
bro.
was that guy.
He was that dude, bro. I was like 2 seconds away from buying a Jonathan Quick jersey.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, he was the nastiest, bro.
He was good. Yeah, no, he was good.
So then I go to jail, and I'm sitting in like county, and like from my experience through county, like I'm sitting on intake for like over a week and a half.
Yeah.
I sat in those like initial like the intake cells for at least 3 days.
Did you get a boat when you finally make it to
Yes.
intake? Yeah.
Yes. When I got input into the intake block, I got a boat in 3 cells with these 3 white guys. One dude was like he was a well off kind of guy, and he actually owned a bunch of property in Chester, and like he was trying to tell me, he's like, "Yo, bro, like when you get out, like hit me up, and we'll try and get some work. I'll employ you, and like I renovate and I demo and I fix Chester houses." And I was just like, "All right, bro, yeah, I'll hit you up." And then like then I got classified, and then I got put on a cell, or put into a cell with I want to say it was like this real Jesus, like real Bible thumping black guy that was like real jacked. So
Jesus.
like we were chilling for a while, and reading some Bible and whatnot, and then I finally got moved onto the actual block I was supposed to be on. And then my celly ended up being this kid that like I knew. Shout out to L, my brother L, and
Shout out to him.
he ended up being like one of my like he wasn't my homie, but he was my homie through homies. Like he knew
Right.
everybody that I knew, because we were going like before I got sent to jail. We were going to Philly parties and shit at this chick's house, this chick Jen's house, and like, bro, all of these parties were total shit shows. Like, they were the dumpiest of dumps. Like, ew.
Yes.
They were super gross. But like, he knew the same people I did, and I was just like, yo, bro, like, how the fuck did we never meet? He's like, we probably were in the same building with each other. We just never crossed paths. And like his hustle on the block was he was the laundry guy. Like he would clean the laundry and shit, and he would get paid through people. But we all knew the same people. And then the African bull Kwame on the block came in at like 1 a.m. and was like, "Yo, you're not in the right cell." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about, bro? This is where they put me. Like, you see my name above the door? That's where I'm at." And they were like, "Nah, bro, you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be downstairs." So I was like, "All right." And then they moved me into this cell with this other bull. Super weird, but he wasn't there for very long. He got moved off the block, like, I want to say like the next day. So like, then I had a cell to myself, and I was like, "This is cool." Popped out for my trays. I was chilling. Popped up for my trays. Watched my TV during the day, playing Crazy Eights at nighttime. Bro, we would have the wildest Crazy 8 games, bro.
You playing Crazy Eights in your cell by yourself?
No, I'm playing Crazy Eights out on the block with my homies.
Oh, all right.
Because my other homie, Reds, shout out to Reds. Find him out on SoundCloud or Instagram. He's a rapper. He's out here. He's fire. Nah, this is before Spades. I had to get to state prison before I could get to playing Spades.
That's crazy. That's all them niggas play out in county.
Nah, well, I started playing Spades once I got moved to the state block, because that's where people were playing. But actually, I don't actually even remember we were playing Spades. I feel like we were playing Gin Rummy. Because
definitely don't know how to play that.
Yeah, I don't remember how to play any of that shit anymore. I mean, I could probably still play Spades, but like I can't bid anymore. I don't remember how what the
That's
bids are.
crazy. It's like riding a bike.
No, it's not because I was playing Pinocchle's shit too. So I stopped playing spades after I learned how to play Pinochle. Like, because that's
It's like
how
riding a
all that
bike.
shit was. I just don't remember.
It's
I
like
want to
you
say
don't.
I probably could if I hopped on if I downloaded on my phone a spades game, I could probably play it. But I always be underbidden. I steady be underbidden.
Yeah, I usually underbid by one.
Yeah, yeah. I constantly underbid. Like I probably buy like either one or two. So, but like if somebody bids like a zero, then like I usually be getting fucked up. So
I attack the person that's hitting zero unless they're.
no, I'm with you there. Like if someone's bidding zero, I know like why they're bidding zero, and like no, we're stopping that. But there have been a few times where like at the beginning where like this bull bid zero, and like my partner's like, bro, what are you doing? So, but anyways, but yeah, we would have the wildest crazy A games. We'd have like 10 people at a table, like 4 decks of cards. We're on the table and we're all playing crazy eights. And so I'm sitting in county. I've talked to a couple people about my case, and I'm here for like some drug cases, shit. And I've only been like I only had like I had 32 grams of individually bagged weed with some with scale and all that shit. So they're trying to hit me with the intent to
Oh,
deliver.
yeah. Yep, that's intent to deliver, bud.
Oh yeah, it was. It was 100. That's 100% on my record. I own that shit. So hopefully, fucking, they made this shit federally legal and that shit gets wiped off my record. But probably not, knowing my luck. But so then I'm sitting on the block after a while. I think I'm spending. I spend like probably 4 or 5 weeks on that block. I think it was unit 2 or 6, one of those. But then I get moved onto the state block because I'm going to go upstate because I got sentenced to 24 months to 72 months, whatever is 7 years. So, and then I get this old black guy as a celly. Bull has a colonoscopy bag, so he's like kneeling at the toilet, dumping his fucking shit bag. Bull was dumb cool though. Like he was had 2 Panameras. He was selling scripts of Percocets and like other opiates and shit. Cause he had the colonoscopy bag, so he was getting scripts of fucking opiates. So I'm chilling with him for a little bit. We're smoking Newports, smoking the kite packs.
Yeah.
He had the block on lock, fucking selling shit. We were making cheese like every other fucking day. Making
Y'all smoking that K2 shit?
No, that story's later.
Oh,
that
okay.
story's a little later. So, but yeah, I'm smoking with him. Bull's dumb cool, bro. Like, he ends up getting a cell phone brought in, like a flip phone.
Christ.
So then he's like, "Yo, bro, I'm not getting service down here. You want to switch bunks?" And this is like a 40 or 50-year-old black dude. I'm just like, yeah, bro. If you want this top bunk, you can have it, bro. So then we switch bunks. He's sitting up top. I'm down low. I'm chilling. I got the commie. He's got commie. And like, then like, when we're smoking cigarettes in the fucking cell, like, bro, shit's super lit. I'm waiting on my time for I can go upstate. He's he's chilling. He's like, yo, bro, like, I know you ain't trying to like be out there in the yard all the time. Like, you want a TV in here? I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, I'm just like, nah, bro, you don't have to do that, any of that. But then he ends up getting the TV set in there.
Nice.
Put up a TV. I'm watching fucking Ellen and fucking some other dumb shit during the day. Because like you couldn't get shit for channels in these fucking cells with these antennas, bro. I was watching The Price is Right and Ellen, and I don't even remember if I was getting Family Feud. But I mean, I was only there for like 3 weeks. I was chilling on this block, playing gin rummy with a tattoo artist, another dude that was getting upset in upstate because he violated parole. I don't remember his fucking name, but shout out to that guy. He was cool. And then like watching people play basketball and shit out in the yard whenever they would let us out in the yard, due to the fact that like the judges of there was a judge that owned a house near to the prison, and he didn't want to hear the inmates on the weekends, so the prison would like not let people out in the yard on weekends.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was super wild. But then one day, me and my homie, the celly with the colonoscopy bag, are fucking blowing newts down in the fucking cell. But then like we just get done smoking a cigarette, fucking taking the water out of the toilet, smoking the shit down the toilet, and then like fucking we flush the toilet, and then immediately like, yo, we're raiding the block, we're checking the block. So then the fucking COs all come down.
Of course.
Fucking, we're all outside the cell sitting on fucking tables and shit, and I'm just like, damn, bro, this is wild.
Yeah.
And because we definitely just got done blowing out a cig in the cell. So I'm just chilling. I'm not saying a word to nobody. I'm just chilling. I think I was playing cards with some white bulls or whatever, and fucking sweating bullets.
Sticking to your race, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I had to, I mean, prison's prison, bro. You got to stick with your people.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I was cool with everybody. I didn't have a hard time with anybody. Like in my whole 2 years of being in jail, never had a hard time with anybody. Besides the COs. COs always got on my nerves. And that's crazy. But yeah, then Bull comes into our cell, checks the cells. I'm sweating like crazy. It's like, damn, bro, this Bull's definitely gonna book us. I'm going straight to solitary with my mans. I mean, but I mean, I was in there blowing it down, so whatever.
Yeah.
But then the Bull comes out. He's like, "Yo, bro, this place smells like straight smokes. You guys definitely need to chill on that shit." So, and then we ended up going back to something like, "Yo, what the fuck?" He's like, "Yeah, you got him on the payroll." I was like, "Oh my man!" So then you know exactly what we do. We roll up another one. We were smoking that shit right before dinner time.
Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. That's fucking nuts.
Bro, it was fucking dumb lit. And I didn't even know this Bull had a colonoscopy bag until like late in the fucking me chilling there. And then I was like, yo, he fucking stinks in here, bro. What are you doing? How come I never see you taking no shits?
Why you be watching niggas shit, yo?
I'm not, but like at the same time, because like you usually be setting up the barrier of like,
I understand.
You got the string and you be setting up the towel. Like this Bull's just going up to the toilet and kneeling, and now the room just smells like dog shit, bro. Like what's going on here? So, but like I never really confronted him on his colonoscopy bag because like I figured. I was just like, oh, he's kneeling up to the joint and he's just emptying his bag into the joint. So,
would you want a colostomy bag?
Would I ever want one? No.
Yeah. Like if they're like, yo, you gotta have a bag or it's deaf. Like you.
I'm taking deaf, bro.
Oh, all right, bet.
I enjoy taking shits.
You just don't enjoy taking shit in people's throats. That's it.
I never said that. I never said that I don't enjoy that. I just find it super wild that you're like that's your ish.
Yeah, I just don't understand how it's not. I just don't understand how nobody wants to experience that.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's the humanity in me that just doesn't want me to put my asshole on somebody's lips and know that they're eating my dookie, bro. Because I'd be taking some nasty ass dookies.
Yeah, I don't care about none of that.
Yeah, I get it. That's wild to me.
I'm just here to fucking fill your whole throat cavity with poop.
That's so gross.
as quickly as forcibly as possible.
Oh, bro, that's so nasty. So then, anyways, then I get woken up at like 3 a.m. They're like, "Yo, you're moving upstate." So then I sit on a bus, handcuffed to some motherfucker. I don't even remember. Actually, before that, they wake me up at 3 a.m. and move me to the block with all the people who are moving upstate, which is cue when I meet the wildest old man I had ever met in my life. This dude was easily in his 60s or like late 50s, gray hair, looking like a whole bag of shit, like skin flabby and all types of shit. But he was not down with the bullshit. My man was like, if some shit was going on, he was 100% calling out the bullshit. Like, had no filter, no matter where he was. So I was immediately like, oh, this. How old was he?
Yeah,
he was in his 60s or late 50s.
Makes sense. That makes sense then.
He was the wildest old man I've ever met in my life. So, like, he had been there. I feel like he was getting sent upstate due to the fact that he he would fight cellies or like people on the block. Like, he was out there to catch work. So, but he also he was an old head who had mental issues. Like, he wasn't all there.
Clearly.
Yeah, clearly.
He's out here fighting young bulls.
He was fighting. I don't know. He was never on my block, so I have no idea who he was fighting or what he was fighting, but Bull was in solitary. He got put in the hold mad times. He had no problem telling us his shit of, I came from the hole and like, I fought a bunch of people on the block and all types of shit. So then I meet that old guy. So then we take the ride, handcuffed, shackled, on this fucking 4-hour bus ride, listening to bullshit all the way up to this new prison, which is, at the time, Graterford State Prison.
Which was a state-of-the-art prison.
Yeah, state-of-the-art.
Yep.
This thing is like Shawshank Redemption, bro. You have fucking concrete walls. Like, as you're driving up to it, there's 150-foot concrete walls. I don't know if that's the exact measurements or how tall those actual walls are, but the whole prison is encompassed by giant cement walls. And then as soon as you get off this bus to go into this prison, there's a sign above the door that says "Life means life" in Pennsylvania.
Yep. Few dicks, fucko.
Pretty much. And then you get put in this tiny ass triangle where I'm pretty much meeting all the other people who got sent upstate, and we're fucking just conversing. We're all just pretty much just chilling there, sitting, because we know now we're just going to sit here for a while. I think we sat there for probably 4 hours before they even started calling people in. Talking about life, talking about stories. I don't even remember. I couldn't even put a face to any of those people that were in that triangle with me.
They're not important people.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't important to the story.
Yeah, fuck them.
So, and then we get put into another room, big square room. I think we get our sweaty bologna sandwich. Then you get pulled into a room with a CO, and the first question he's asked, "Where would you like your body sent?"
Yeah, you gotta know. Ask.
Well, the CEO's like, "Hey, if you die here, where would you like your body sent?" Because if you want you send it to this residence of an address, we'll send your things to there. But if not, you see that chimney? There's a little window. You see that chimney out there? Yeah, you're gonna get burnt up there, and you're gonna get sprinkled, probably on the corn. So, then you go back to your the big cell where everybody's at. You end up going to another room where another CEO watches you take a shower. He hands you a Pepto-Bismol cup of soap, like a medicine cup of soap and says, wash yourself.
Fuck.
You then take a shower where Bull is watching you the whole time. Fucking dick watcher. You take that with a quick shower. Pretty much at the time I had long hair, which is super wild to think about because if you're watching me, I'm fucking bald now. Princeton is the reason I'm bald now. I pretty much put the whole shit in my hair, washed my face, washed my beard because I had the beard at the time too. Washed myself in the water. Then we're sitting on the block waiting. I'm chilling there. All right. So then start walking through this Shawshank Redemption style prison. Walking through,
Yeah.
you see the chow hall where the normal prisoners eat and shit like that. Then you just see 3 football field long hallways, which is the cell blocks. And then you got these Jack Diesel ass dudes out in these yards lifting these weights. Fucking, that's nothing. What they're lifers. They're there forever because this prison is a lifer prison. Only pretty much the hardest prisoners have been there. You get put onto a block and like literally 1 or 2 football fields long. It's just cells, nothing but you're walking down there with your little bullshit bag of toiletries and clothes, and you're putting a jumpsuit, this orange yellow jumpsuit, and you're walking down the hall. Everybody's talking shit. Yo, fresh meat. Yo, fresh meat. Yo, you're gonna look real pretty in my cell. I can't wait to take them lips. So we're just walking down, and then you gotta get your little index card.
Did you make a shank when you first went in?
No. I didn't. I mean, I'm a pretty big dude, so I figured like I could pretty much handle myself. I could probably throw hands at somebody. Like a lot of these people weren't that small.
It's about when they pull out the shank because it's state prison and niggas are life. It's hands versus a shank. Kind of want a shank versus a shank.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, like, I wasn't really thinking about that because, like, when you get put into state prison, you get, like, when you're in the jumpsuit, you're only on the block with other people in jumpsuits. You're not in the people that are, like, that's their home jail. Like, they're the lifers. You're not on the block with the lifers. So, like, they have a special football field full of cells, which is full of people that are going to the next stop. So...
Got you. Okay.
And like the first half of it is all the blue people, like they're wearing blues. They have like a denim button-up shirt. Now they got like maternity jeans, pretty much. So like that's the blues. Those are all repeat offenders or probation breakers, I guess.
Just the retards.
Yeah, the people that couldn't figure it out on the streets. Or the people that want to go back to jail. So, like, they're the first half of the block, which is a whole football field long of cells. This is a whole 200 or 400 cells.
Yeah. There's a lot of retardation in America. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I did not meet I said I met probably some smart ones, but, like, I met a whole lot of dumbass people in prison.
Yeah, they're all stupid.
So then you walk to the middle of this fucking block, which is a halfway, which is the CO's office. But then they hand you your little index card, which gives you your cell and your state number, your state ID number, which mine at the time was LR 1892. But the bull handed me my card, said, yo, LR 1892, that was a very good year. I was like, all right, bet, let's go. And then I'm walking around, like, then they take us down to our block. They're like, yo, just find your cell. So I'm walking around this fucking cell for like 20 minutes trying to figure out where the fuck this cell is. And then I walk, like, after like 20 minutes, 25 minutes of being probably like one of the last people on the block, then it's like, they're like, the CEO is like, yo, like, bring your cards and shit down here. Like, I'm walking up the cells, I'm like, yo, I'm supposed to be in here, but there's like 4 motherfuckers in that cell. So I'm like, I don't think it's supposed to be in this bitch.
Yeah. That'd be
of all
rough.
fresh fish and yo, your face is looking real pretty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild. It was definitely like a wild introduction to state prison. But then I get put into my cell where I'm actually supposed to be at. I get this chill old white dude. Fucking Jack, bro. Dude was fucking top heavy as a motherfucker. He'd been in there doing push ups or something like crazy for a while.
He's
Or like
he's making sure his cheeks don't get clapped.
probably. He was only in there for DUIs.
Don't
So,
matter.
I mean, yeah, 100%. He was initially the guy that got me into fitness and shit too. So, like, he was just like, yo, like, immediately, of course, you Sally when you walk in. Yo, let me check your paperwork. Let me see your papers. So I'm just like, I'm here for weed, bro. Here, you can look at these fucking papers. So he looks at that and he's like, bro, you're here for weed? I'm like, yeah, bro, I got fucking shafted. And he's just like, all right, bro. Like, well, if you got money coming in and he was fucking super lookout. He was chill. Not like fucking, he was just like giving me stuff to like take my cheeks later. But like Bull was like, he was chill. He was just like, yo, if you can confirm you got money coming on your books, I'll help you out. Help you out with some soups or some shit on the work. And like, to be honest, I didn't like eat any like soups or anything like that. I ate nothing but trays. And like then I chill. I'm on the block for a little while. We had this, bro. They did not like Muslims on the block at all. Because every morning I got woken up by this one bull who was singing this call to prayer every morning, bro. He would be like, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. And like, then the CO would come on the block. This dude would just be yelling at like 5:30 in the morning, bro. Bull would be yelling, no call to prayer on the block. But Bull would just be steady, just Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. So
Let's take that motherfucker outside. Fuck that.
Bro, he was trying to, but at the same time, I was like, yo, this is my fucking alarm clock. Leave him alone. He's getting me up for morning trays. So then, like, my celly would be like, we would get up, we'd be chilling, we would go to morning brunch, I guess, or morning call for trays. We'd all have to line up outside of our cells. They'd have to count us. Then everybody would walk down to the fucking yard or the food room, which was a super wild situation. Like if you didn't get finished, you had to like train eat. You had to learn to start eating quickly. Because if you didn't finish your food by the time they were like, "Yo, it's time to go," brah, you ain't eating that. Like they're grabbing that shit and throwing that shit across the room.
Damn.
They didn't give a fuck, bro.
Damn.
And you weren't grabbing no food and bringing it to the cell or nothing.
At least you got Kami though.
At this point, you don't have Kami though, because your shit hasn't transferred over, and you don't get the access to buying Kami yet. So, but my celly had Kami, so we were cool. Like if I needed coffee or like cigarettes or anything like that, because now I'd been smoking with my other celly that was in county. So like Bull was originally like, "Yo, bro, if you smoke," and I was just like, "I don't super smoke, but like I've been smoking since my last celly, so I smoke now." And dealing with all the stress and the bullshit of like dealing with state prison and shit, like I was smoking like a fucking chimney. So he's just like, "All right, bro, like you just buy me a kite, like I'm cool. You got it, I got it, you got it." So
right.
So dude was dumb cool. Like I don't know where he's at now, but if I could, shout out to that guy. I don't remember fucking name. Bald headed fucking white dude. Super
he's
dumb
in the
cool.
Ground.
Probably in the ground. Probably got another DUI and probably upstate getting his shit pushed in. But shout out to that guy. But yeah, he was that was the situation at first, and then he ended up getting moved to the other side of the prison because once you're there for a certain amount of time, like because they're fast tracking people, trying to move people into the next prison and all that type of shit. You got to get moved over to the lifers block, which is A block. I was on D block. So he gets moved. Then I get a young black bull who he is 100% with these shits. He's a Muslim young black kid. He's with the shits. Like bull immediately when he gets to the jail, another young Muslim bull gives him a fucking shank. And then like
see?
he becomes my celly and I'm just like I'm cool with him. I'm like, yo, bro, like, because now I have Kami, so I share the same hospitality that I've been shown.
Of course, yeah.
I
You
give
don't
him
want to get
some, I give
stabbed.
him some smoke and shit like that, and then like Bull's like, yo, bro, like this shit's crazy out here, isn't it?
Turn you into a shish kebab.
Yeah, I mean possibly, but I mean I never got to
Yeah,
that point with him.
I
I was
know.
always
'Cause
cool
you're
with him.
out here. 'Cause you're out here giving up food. You're out here paying for your protection.
I mean, I guess so. I didn't think of it as at that time because I was just like at the time, like the hospitality thing had been burned to me. Like, yo, once your guy comes here and you got a celly on the block, like when he first gets here, he ain't gonna be able to have shit. So like, and like them trays and shit, they ain't all that. So like, if I got it, you can have some of it too, bro. Like I'm down to share. We're both prisoners, so I'm down to share. But then Bull's like, yo, bro, like I got people after me. I got a knife and shit like that. And I'm like, bro, you got a knife in this cell? Like this is wild. You gotta need to get rid of that shit. I ain't trying to go to the fucking hole in Graterford because you got a knife. So like we ended up getting to talking, and we talked for a minute. He ends up seeing it the way that I'm seeing it. Like I'm just like, bro, you're only here for a certain amount of time. Like you're only in jail for so long. Why prolong your stay
Only
in
take
state prison?
one slip up and you get stabbed in your fucking kidneys. So, you might only be here for 3 months. Well, it only
Yeah, but if
takes
you get stabbed
minutes
in your
to get
kidneys,
stabbed.
like just because you have another knife doesn't mean that you didn't just get stabbed in your kidneys.
I know, but you're saying like, oh, bro, why have a knife? Why prolong your time if you get caught for it? Well, because it only takes 2 seconds to get stabbed.
Yeah,
And
I
yes,
mean,
I might
I
only be here
understood.
for a little bit, but
I understood his take on it, and like the fact that he needed, like, he thought he needed protection, but like you're on a block of people who are leaving this block. Like, granted, I understand, like you feel like you need protection, but like from just me observing you, nobody on this block's giving a fuck about you, bro. So, but either way, he ended up getting rid of the knife. Um, he ended up seeing it my way. He was just like, "Yeah, bro, like I'm trying to get back out to my kids and like my my wives at the time. So, which was my first introduction to Muslims and like that crazy ass shit. Cause like he was just like, yeah, bro, like we got like I got like 3 wives. And I'm like, huh? You got 3 girls out there? You treating all of them bitches the same? That's just crazy, bro. I couldn't imagine doing that shit with one chick. I gotta do that shit with all 3. And like that's the thing with Muslims is that like the thing with Muslims is that like if you're a dude with multiple wives, you need to treat every single one of those wives the same. So
it's impossible.
that's how my thought was, and like I was like, that's wild and crazy. I was just so like, but like he was telling me like, yeah, man, like if I buy an apartment for one of them, I got to buy an apartment for all of them. And I'm like, that's wild, bro. He's just like, yeah, this is my religious belief. And I'm just like, all right, bro, whatever, do you? I ain't doing that shit. But yo, you see these pigeons out here? These pigeons be looking like chickens, bro. But so, and yeah, then I got moved off of that cell block. I got moved off the D block with him, and then I got moved over to A block, which is the lifers block, and that shit was way more fire. So then my first celly was this bull that was there for an attempted murder. My man Ralph, I think. Ralph or Raph. One of those two. He was dumb cool. I played some cards with him on the other block. He was going somewhere. Me and him busted up, played cards in the cell, ate some food, made some chi-chis together. We were chilling. Then he got moved off the block, so then I got the bottom bunk. And then I got my man, I don't remember his name, but he was apparently cool with
Fiasco?
No. He was cool with somebody famous though. Did you ever watch Grandma's Boy?
Never heard of it.
Nick, have you ever heard of the actor Nick Swartzen? He's a comedian.
Yeah.
You've heard of him?
Yeah, heard of him.
Yeah, so this was his homie.
Got it.
Nick Swartzen was his homie. So, like, he had mad, funny, crazy-ass stories. So we would just bust it up in the cell. And then eventually he got moved off the block. So then I met my man Phil. Phil was another dude from around the area and shit. And then Phil is Phil. His name is Phil Lynch. I don't know if we need to bleep that. You can probably find him. I don't really care.
I work with a guy named Phil.
Real skinny white bull, fucking.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's a skinny white bull. I got to talking to him.
A light-skinned guy that's 20 years old.
Yeah, no, this is way too
21, actually, just turned 21. You never know. People could go back in time. You don't know people's capabilities and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. That's totally possible. I don't know if you want to go back. I mean, possibly. I don't know. I met him, and then he brought the thing to my eyes that a chick that I was dating before I went to jail. Her sister, he dated her or he was fucking with her. Then I found out that chick ate ass. So that was cool. So we got to conversating and we found common ground. We were like, I was like, yo, like, who are the people you know? And then he told me, and then he found out, like, he was like, yeah, I was dating this chick, Rebecca, and
she ate my booty hole.
Yeah, she ate my booty hole. And I was like, bro, she ate your booty hole? And then, like, I was like, that's wild. I never thought that she was just like, yeah, bro. I was just chilling. I went over to her crib. She started giving me a blowy, and then she put my legs up like I was a fucking baby, and just started going to town on my shit.
Dog, I'd have kicked her right in the fucking face.
He was with it, though. He was with it. And I was like, this is a wild ass bull.
I would have screamed,
I gotta protect this motherfucker.
Right in her face.
That's how I felt about the situation. I was like, you're a wild ass dude.
That's rape.
Well, I mean, unless he liked it,
rape.
Which he liked it.
Yeah. I would still consider it rape.
Yeah, pretty much. But then I found that out, and I was like, this is wild. So then we're spending a little time. Then it comes around to it being his birthday. I'd been on this block for almost about 4 or 5 months now at this time. So
hey, just a service announcement, real quick. Any of you bitches out there, if any of you bitches even think about licking my asshole, I'm screaming rape and I'm sending you bitches to jail.
Well, none of those bitches know what you look like as of right now because you haven't.
I'm just telling you for future reference, and you bitches even think about trying shit. Rape, you hoes is going to jail for rape.
100%, bro. That's just wild.
Okay, go ahead.
But anyways, then that brings the spice story. So, yeah, I had a couple cellies at this time. Actually, I had my man Tuna, who hopped in there, who was the flabby. He was pretty much the skinny version of Fat Bastard. It was before Phil. I don't remember if I told him about him. Tuna was the dude. He made the firest fucking food, bro. His name is Tuna. Yeah, bro. He made this fire cold tuna casserole with soups, tuna and shit. And like we were both fitting. There was an equal split on the food and shit like that. But anyways, getting back to the Phil story. So we get to Phil. fills my celly. We're chilling. So then he comes around his birthday. He's like, yo, bro, like my man Boston down the hall said he can get a spice. And I've been smoking spice before I've been going to prison because like I smoked a bit of that fake weed just to get high and shit. So I'm just like, yeah, bro, get some of that spice. Let's smoke a spice fucking joint in this cell. So he gets the spice joint. And also I tell him, I'm like, yo, bro, like, this shit can get real crazy. Like I'll be here to guide you through this spice trip that we're about to take. Right. So he gets the spice joint, and one night we get done eating our little chi or whatever, and this is probably about 8 or 9 o'clock. I don't remember what time they did the count and like they shut down the block, but I know when we decided to blow down this spice joint that the normal lifers of the block, they're out on the fucking block. Like, they're all chilling. Playing cards, making the phone calls, and doing whatever, catching wreck, watching TV and shit like that. So we're smoking that shit, and that shit hit me way different. This shit hit me like a ton of bricks, bro. So I immediately get super paranoid. I immediately take out my little cardboard box. I start putting all my shit into it. I start putting anything that's in the cell loose into this cardboard box. I zip up my fucking onesie, my fucking jumpsuit, and like normally in the cell you don't wear your boots. I strap my boots up. I tie them bitches all the way to the top. I'm just like, yeah. I look at him, and we're both high as shit. I'm looking right at him. I'm like, yo, bro, they coming for us. Yo, I don't know if you hear what's going on in that block, but the block knows what's going on. It's over for us, bro. We're going straight to the hole. It's over. Like, it's been nice knowing you, bro, but it's over for us. So then he gets dumb paranoid. He's like, yo, bro, like, what the fuck? Fucking, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, yo, bro, you don't hear that shit out on the block? I'm just start being paranoid in my head, thinking of the blocks, like, yo, bro, who's blowing that shit out on the block? Who's smoking that shit right now? No window open or nothing? That's crazy. So I'm fucking paranoid. I got my shit's blocked up. I'm sitting on my bunk like this, ready to go. Ready for this CO to knock on this door, being like, yo, what's going on in there? Here we go, officer. Take these hands. We are guilty. We are guilty. So then he climbs right up in his bunk, curls up like a little ball with his boots strapped on. He ties on his boots extra tight, Nazi tight, all six fucking rings, fucking rigged up, ready to go. Fucking climbs right up in his bunk. Fucking CEO started going by the door. Fucking little blonde-haired chick goes fucking right by the door. Chilling. I'm just like, yo, bro, they're going to wait till they turn off the lights and then they're going to come get us. We're both paranoid as shit up in this block. Up in this cell.
God.
They never came. They never came.
That is fucking wild.
I want to say the next day, they knock on the door at like 3 a.m. They're like, yo, you're coming out of here. You're going moving up to the next prison. So then I dap him up real quick. All right, man, it's been nice knowing you. Then I hop on a bus and I go off to the next prison. Which, I don't know if anybody's ever seen the Camp Hill riots from back in the day. But I'm now stuck in a room of a whole different type of people. I don't know any of these people. I'm just pretty much trying to find somebody I'd talk to on the block, or I've seen at lunch.
Look familiar.
Yeah, look kind of familiar. Like, all right, I'll chop it up with them, talking about this crazy ass shit. Talking like, yo, what about that fucking bus ride, bro? The motherfucker next to me stank like a fucking pile of dicks.
How many Asians do you think you saw during your time?
Prisoners?
Yeah, prisoners.
Not a single one, bro.
Yeah, you don't think that's a little
suspect?
odd? Yeah, like it's just odd that Asians can come over here and not commit crimes on like that type of crazy scale to where like you see them enough in jail. Like I'm pretty sure there was probably an Asian or two in there because just statistically, but
Yeah, I mean, there probably was. I never saw one, though. Never
yeah,
saw
it's
one. Never conversated with one.
you never really see Asians when you watch like a 60 Days In or any jail documentary of just a shitty jail. You just don't see Asians at all. Like they just don't commit crimes. But I guess that makes sense though, because they come from China and shit, where it's super super strict. So like coming over, this is all I have to do to not go to jail. Oh, this is fire! I can easily do this.
Yeah. So, I mean, then I'm chilling. Yeah, it was definitely dumb. It was definitely dumb suspect. Like, then that's when I get introduced to, like, we're actually on the block of, like, the COs talking shit on, like, child rapers and shit like that. Because then they would get put in the private custody and they would get put in their own cell. But then, like, the COs would be like, yo, let this block know that these baby rapers and or cop killers were coming to them so that way they can handle them. And I was like, this is wild. I was like,
Yeah,
these dudes are in for a wild fucking experience. So,
yeah,
because your first intake of Camp Hill, you get put on and you sit there for probably like 6 or 8 hours. They talk to you about like, hey, how's your mental health doing? Like, how are you holding up? And I mean, I'm like, hey, I'm chilling. I mean, I know I'm here, so like I gotta make the best of the situation, I guess, kinda. So I'm chilling, whatever. Um, so then they take you from the intake block, and then they take you to this building, which is actually a building that was funded by the DuPonts from when one of the DuPonts was a prisoner there at Camp Hill prison. And this place is crazy, like state of the art of like it's got like airlock doors and
yeah,
like all that type of shit. Like it'd be looking like a can't like it looks kind of like they're like a little bit bigger version of county jail prison cells, but you got like an airlock door. So anytime that joint opens, just
yeah.
fucking then the
Dope
door
sound,
opens. Yeah, crazy sound.
a big
Which
fan.
is there when then I got put on the block with my man Adam Shock.
Jesus Christ.
Adam Shock. This is the dude. Have you ever seen the movie Airbud?
Yeah, I don't remember it other than the dog, but yeah.
Exactly, though. This dude was the breeder of the puppies of Air Buddies,
Oh shit.
and he was a dog breeder. So this was my celly, and like he was totally cool with taking the top bunk because he was a bigger dude,
Right.
and like he got the top bunk, I took the bottom bunk, and we would just convey stories, and he would tell me wild ass fucking stories. He was mad funny, like so he was a bid. It was a
What was he
total
in there
bid.
for?
I think it was for drug related because I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
okay.
he was like big into either like meth or PCP at the
Yeah.
time
Like
because he
meth.
had this wild ass story where he was getting chased by the cops, quotations, and like the like he had a police chopper chasing him and all this types of shit, but like they were never there, and like he ran through like a pottery barn or some sort of crazy ass shit, and then like
Jesus Christ.
ran into a river and like swam a half a mile down this river, getting away from this police
God
chopper that
damn.
was getting away from him, that was trying to
That's
chase him and
wild.
shit. So yeah,
That's
then I met him, which was dumb wild because I was like, "Damn, bro, I'm in here with a celebrity of Airbuds."
yeah, right?
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah,
God.
man, when I get out
Yeah.
of jail, I'm gonna make this job. I'm gonna buy some land, and I'm gonna get a kennel, and I'm just gonna be breeding these show dogs, breeding show dogs."
I mean,
And I was like,
it's
"All right, my
funny.
man." So then we get moved off of that block, which that block was wild because like the shower situation was dumb stupid. Like you only got like 30 seconds to a minute to shower. So like you had to be in your cell with this other bull. You both had to have your towels wrapped up around you, and then you had to hit the sink. You had to hit the sink so that way you could wash your hair or your beard or any fucking shit. And you'd have to pre-soap. So then you'd walk to the wash line covered in soap and shit. So that way you could pretty much go to the fucking shower, fucking soap up, and like quickly hit your fucking main priority parts, and fucking wash off, and then like hit the towel and go back to the cell.
Be quick with it.
Yeah, you gotta be dumb quick with
it.
You gotta take military showers. You're in there for like 30 seconds to 45 seconds before they're calling another motherfucker.
I mean, that's all long a shower should take. Yeah, I mean, niggas out here be taking 20-minute, 30-minute, hour showers. Bro, what are you doing in there? Stop playing around.
Yeah, unless you're jerking your meat in the shower, you shouldn't be in there for more than fucking 3 minutes or 2 minutes. So
get clean and get out.
100%. So then we move off that block, which then, if anybody has watched the Camp Hill riots, you know that like half the prison burned down in the 80s, but you still had 3 blocks, A, B, and C, which was considered the old side of the prison, which is where your boy gets sent to. Your boy gets sent to the old side of B block, whatever cell. So I get put into this I go from this state-of-the-art, nice fucking high security fucking prison cell to this thing has not seen, like, feels like it hasn't seen people in it since the 40s. Like, old, clunky, metal-ass bar doors. You got oil radiator heating, and you got these 2 beds that are bunk beds that are made out of, it's pretty much just you and steel. Yeah. So, and you got these drafty ass windows, and the block is cold as shit. And I'm there during like the middle of winter time, or like the fall to winter time. So, and then I get this cellie. His name's Mike. Mike? Yeah, Mike from South Philly, I think. I think he's from South Philly. He's from the Philly area. Muslim dude, I think. Pretty sure he's Muslim.
I think.
But I can't remember exactly whether or not he's a Muslim or not. But either way, this is the dude that at nighttime I would like poke his brain and see like how he is about life. And then we would always get into an argument. Because he would have the same conversations as you would. It's like dinosaurs don't exist. Or like he would be like, okay, whatever. But he would be like, yo man, like I was coming down to South Philly, coming to pick up bitches from Fat Tuesdays on my horse. And I was like, there's no fucking way, bro. I'd been down South Philly so many times. I've never in my life seen a black guy roll up to some bitches on a horse on South Street. I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind, bro. You're not rolling up to people on horses. You're not picking up bitches on horses. So, and like, apparently the block got a real kick out of me and his conversation. We got told by a couple CEOs a couple times, like, yo, y'all need to go to fuck to sleep. Because y'all are up here, it's 2 a.m. in the morning, and y'all are yelling at each other.
Yeah, fuck you, CEO.
So, but we would have some fun. And that was my celly there. And then there was a time where the one bull got put on blast on the block because he was a child raper. And somebody caught word about it. So then we had a trial on the block.
Yeah, you should.
Which was as we should. And he had to tell his story. And then we had to hear his celly story on why he lets this kid, this dude, fucking be in his cell, fucking just living life at the time too. So both of those guys caught wreck. That's when the first time I ever heard a dude getting raped on the block.
Well,
that shit was crazy. Yeah, it's exciting at first until like then it's not cool anymore, and you hear the bull fucking like screaming for his life, screaming for the COs, and like, oh no, no, what are you doing? Stop it! Oh, and yeah, that shit was wild. And then as I'm chilling there, and then I'm walking to walking to Chow one day, and but one like what they do is they call blocks in and out. So like as a block's coming out, a block is going in. Like you're sitting in line waiting for Chow. So like I'm chilling in line, and like this bull's walking out of Chow and sees this other bull and fucking pulls his fucking shit right out and fucking slashes dude fucking neck right in line. So dude's fucking holding onto his throat, fucking leaking like crazy, blood
Drink
all over the
Kool-Aid
place.
everywhere.
Yeah, but all over the ground, red Kool-Aid all over the ground.
Fucked up, man.
Bro, that shit was
Fucked up.
crazy, bro. I was like, oh shit, yo, shit, this guy is fucking, yo, he's
Fucked
blood
up.
all over the place.
That was happened to my homie Craig. He was up in Fed, and he was walking out of the chow hall, and they had whites on, and he just said he just started feeling like drops of wetness hit him, and he just looked down and he saw red, and he was like, oh shit, like ketchup or fucking Kool-Aid or something or whatever. And he turns around, and dude's holding his fucking neck, but blood is just squirting out of his neck like a fucking like a volcano, and
Yeah,
bull ends up dropping on the ground and dying
probably
right
dying
there.
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that shit's real, bro. That shit's crazy. And you know
yeah,
what's crazy is that like the CEOs are just like, yeah, keep going. Yeah, go to Chow.
yeah.
Let's go. We'll
Yep,
take
keep
this
it
bull to
pushing.
medical. It'll be fine. It'll be whatever. So then you eat your tray, you come back, fucking chill. Go out to your little tarmac fucking pad of a yard, which was fucking disgusting. It was just a piece of tar that with like fences around it and like a pull up bar and a dips bar. So I don't think I worked out for like shit for those 3 months of being there. I can't
So like
tell.
that, like they don't even care about the inmates. Like you just seen a nigga get stabbed and possibly die. Like, hey,
Yeah,
does
they don't
anybody
give
want
a
to go see a
fuck, bro.
counselor? Anybody need to talk to anybody? Nah, just
Yeah,
keep going.
no.
Go get food, bitch.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a flying fuck how you feel about any of that. They're like, yo, y'all just see that? Yeah, that can happen here. Just so y'all know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So then I got moved over to then I got put on a bus before my man Mike. Shout out to Mike. If you out there riding horses, picking up bitches to South Street, hit me up. But yeah, then I got put on a bus and ride for another 4 hours, listening to nothing but bullshit. It was usually either bullshit music or Howard Stern, which was kind of lit. Then they dropped me off in my home prison, which was like Laurel Highlands out there in Pittsburgh, on top of a fucking mountain, bro. On
At least
top
you
of
had,
a fucking mountain.
at least you
Trying to
had cool
fucking kill me.
scenes,
Huh?
cool views. So at least you had cool scenes, cool views.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that. Like, I had cool cellies, I had cool views. Pretty much, I got to see like all of Pennsylvania. Pretty much. I mean, Camp Hill wasn't very cool views. Uh, besides the
Oh, but
giant cockroaches.
I'm just talking about the one on the mountain because you're on
Yeah, the one on the
elevated.
mountain was dope. The one
Yeah,
on the mountain was dope because it was like you were either getting dropped at Laurel Highlands or you were getting dropped off at Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh was even farther. So
yeah.
any time to get off that bus early, get me off this fucking bus, bro. This shit's drawing because your hands are shackled to your fucking feet, so you're
That's
fucking
all.
sitting there like a fucking ball in this
Yeah,
like in literally a two Indian man cell that's on a bus.
that's so drawn.
So you're shoulder to shoulder and like he's pressed up against the window, you're pressed up against the fucking cage, and it's like 4 a.m, and you're trying to fucking like nap or sleep, and the bus driver's got like Howard Stern or like serious fucking metal station blasting on the bus. Kind of like, any fishing trip that we've gone on with your dad. Just the blasting music. So, and then I get put in my home jail. And yeah, I mean, that shit was dumb chilling. Pretty much story pretty much ends there. I'll just spend the next 16 months there, I think, pretty much. Chilling. So,
Fucking time. Long fucking time.
yeah, I mean, it seems like it seemed like an eternity, and it was an eternity being up there. Yeah, I mean, I met some cool people. I met some people that like I met was one kid who ended up getting caught up. Ended up taking some shit from another guy, getting his mouth fucked and shit in the library.
And
That was cool. Met a bunch of cool Muslims. Since I had the beard and I was in prison, I was always getting the Muslim fucking like hello, which was
Alhamdulillah.
yeah, Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, hey man, how's it going? I'm not Muslim, but that's dope. I'm dope down with your dude. My man Patch. I'm friends with him on Facebook. My man Patch. He was a real Native American guy, had an eye patch the whole time.
Jesus Christ. Somebody fuck his eye socket?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe before my time of meeting him.
Would you fuck somebody's eye socket?
I don't think it would get as wet. I feel like it would be. I don't think I would want to spit. I don't feel like you'd get the depth either.
I'm doing it.
You're fucking somebody's eye socket?
I'm fucking somebody's eye socket.
You're just putting your mushroom head right into his fucking eye socket?
There's somebody out there listening to this and you got an eye socket and you'll let me put my dick in it, please leave a comment in the chat. I need to know. I need to know. Because I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't think I'd care if it's a dude or an eye socket's an eye socket.
Going in the title. I'll let people know. Jay's looking for one-eyed people.
Why not? I'm definitely coming in that thing. Definitely.
You're gonna come in their eyeball socket?
100%, bro. 100%. You don't think that'd be fire? Oh my god, that'd be lit. Oh my god, talk about goals niggas have, yo.
Bro,
oh my god.
I thought your fucking shitting in somebody's mouth was wild. Like, fucking somebody's eye socket to the point that you come in it is
yes,
definitely wild, bro.
That's goals. Oh
definitely
my god.
Wild. This is definitely getting clipped at this point. 100% getting clipped.
I think that would be incredible.
I don't know. I feel like it would just be dry. Like, I feel like their tear ducts aren't going to make enough lubrication to get.
Assholes aren't lubricated, but that don't stop nobody from putting a dick in it.
That's different though, because like,
no, it's not.
No, yeah, it is. Because assholes do make their own lubrication.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they do not. No, they do not.
Oh well, then I'm gonna have to talk to my girl then. Because actually, I'd be getting wet towards the end of it.
No, do not. Yeah, no, that's why in pornos there's always lube. Because
yeah, but those guys are packing, bro. We ain't packing out here.
But there's just no. It's just because it's just the asshole doesn't create.
Pretty sure it creates some sort of lubrication. I'm not going to Google it right now, but I'll
not like
Google it afterwards.
Like there's a lubrication just to pass poop, but as far as like a lubrication, the way the vagina creates more wetness,
it's definitely not the same, but
right.
There's something.
Yeah, but that something's is a nothing. You're easily tearing a chick's asshole with
Oh yeah,
one
you're
or two
definitely
pumps
tearing her
without lube.
asshole apart.
Yeah, so you know, I don't think you'd have that problem with an eye socket unless you're fucking. I don't know how big how what's the diameter of an eye socket.
I
So
don't think the depth of an eye socket is getting that. Like, I don't think you're packing a whole meat
I don't know
into an
how
eye socket.
I don't know how deep a skull is, but we'll figure it out.
All right, well, on that one, we're gonna end the pod. So, good night, everybody, and enjoy. And I hope you enjoyed the stories.
It's been fun.